You can be, do, and have anything your heart desires. Hi, I'm Tracy from the Money Boss Show, and I am here to help you step into your personal power, make more money, and build the life of your dreams. As we head into 2025, everybody's doing the new year, new me. And, as much as I don't follow it, there is a new and fresh momentum that we're conditioned to follow. So I'm jumping on the bandwagon here and helping you, everybody in our audience, create the life of their dreams in 2025. So going back to what I started with, you can be, do, and have anything your heart desires. They hid this from you for centuries. We have been conditioned by the matrix, society, whatever you want to call it. Starting from a very young age, we get the conditioning of our family of origin. So whoever our family is, the people that are raising us are making us into the adults we are today. Brilliant, Tracy. I think we understand that. But here is the thing. I'm going to go back to that and a little bit deeper because this is important. And I'm going to share this as step one of the reality creation framework and the process of how you start to build your dream life. So let's go there. Your subconscious mind is your automatic mind. It thinks, it does, habit, picking up a pencil, walking, everything that you don't think about. When you go into like the zone when you're driving and realize that you're on habitual pattern, that's your subconscious mind. And that is 98% of your thinking. Your conscious mind, the mind that's saying, I want to do this, I can do this, here's my dreams, that's 2% of your mind. So your subconscious mind is driving the bus 98% of the time. And those are very deep, buried, long conditioned thoughts and beliefs and feelings about who you are, your potential, the world you live in, and the opportunity you have. And guess where 98% your subconscious beliefs and thoughts come from? Your family. So remember when your parents were saying, be grateful with what you have? There's starving kids in Africa. What do you think we are, Rockefellers? Money grows on trees. Don't be greedy. Be thankful for what you have. Most of those are decent sentiments, but we have been conditioned by the people that raised us. So let's have a look at that. If you were raised in welfare, middle class, or wealth, you're going to be at a different starting point mentally when it comes to money and the opportunity in the world. And that is true. It doesn't give us an excuse and it doesn't determine our future. It's just how we were conditioned and programmed 98% of our thoughts in our mind. The great thing is those thoughts can be reprogrammed with new information, just like an iPhone update. We can update our mind and go new thoughts, new beliefs, new feelings, and then we can start to build a new life. Hey, it's me. Real quick, if you're enjoying this episode, like it and subscribe so you don't miss a future video. I am here to create a money revolution, and that involves helping people, helping you step into your personal power, make more money, and build your dream life. It is possible. It is possible for you. Join me on this money revolution. Subscribe now. Your makeup as an adult is 98% thoughts and beliefs that have been formed from 0 to 7 by your family, by your church, by your immediate community, by the media you watched. And then from that point on, you started to see the world and operate in the world based on that subconscious programming. So if you were raised in welfare, obviously you showed up as a person that was raised in welfare with welfare thoughts, feelings, actions, beliefs, and results. That's how it goes. Same goes for middle class and same goes for people raised in wealth. But you can have, be, and do anything that your heart desires if you are willing to start reprogramming and updating the iPhone. I call this the iPhone because we're all familiar with our iPhone here, our iPhone here. It programs automatically. It updates itself. We put on new apps for better programs, better information, more opportunity. When's the last time we updated our mind? And adults, we walk around thinking we're bright, brilliant, smart, educated people. Chances are we are. We've taken in a lot of information from the school system and post-secondary education and read books. But the thing we don't realize is underneath here, our thoughts that we take in are always battling against our subconscious programming. So let's say you read a book on getting rich and you grew up in poverty. Chances are your brain is going to reject that and say, oh, must be nice. Like, I can't accomplish this. Reading your book, this is for special people that were born into wealth. Those are the ones that get rich. No. Your past is your past. That's what has programmed your mind and your results for the most part up until this moment. And you might be like, well, no, Tracy, I've accomplished a lot. And congratulations. That's amazing. If you're rocking it, good. At some point, you've taken in new information and either continued on your family legacy or built on it. But so many of us are living Groundhog Day, day in, day out, reliving the past of our parents, our family, our grandparents, and wondering why we can't get out of the same patterns, right? So if that's you, and on any level, because whether you're poor, middle class, or wealthy, we all want to improve our life. It's natural. That is the very urge and essence of life on this planet. Do not be ashamed of wanting more, of wanting to be better, bigger, achieving, exploring. That is the very essence of life. And here's the thing. Your desire for more is you fulfilling your potential, bringing out your gifts, and making an impact in the world. And as much as people want to say, oh, money's not important, well, it's right up there with oxygen, because unfortunately, the world we live in relies on money. You can't pay your bills with love, right? So until the world we live in changes, money is super important. So if you want to have the best life, you need to make it one of your highest priorities to become a money boss. And what does that mean? Being in charge of the money that you take in, spend, and save. Is money the boss of you, or are you the boss of money? That is the whole money boss concept. Because here is the thing, as you start to take charge of your money and start to make money, save money, become the boss of your money, you are naturally getting personal power as you build your money savviness. And as you get more money, you get more options. And then it's a beautiful dance with personal power. They go hand in hand with money. So the Money Boss Show, the Money Boss Collective, that is our main mission here, to help you realize that you have unlimited potential. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what your past was. I don't care who your parents are. I don't care if you're living in a box today with an iPhone. As long as you have the ability to think, take in information, and you're able-bodied, that's a bonus. You can start to reprogram your mind and take control of your life. It doesn't matter your mistakes. It doesn't matter your family. It doesn't matter your programming. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter your hair color, your gender. If you are human and you have a mind and you are able-bodied, you can have, be, do whatever your heart desires. And then when I say that, of course, it needs to be logical. It needs to be something that your heart desires. And sometimes there is a natural gift. Let's look at this situation. I'm 5'2" on a good day, probably with heels. If I want to be an NBA basketball player, I'm probably setting myself up for failure. I could probably do it if that was my true heart desire and I have the ability to overcome my inability to jump and my shortness, and I'm not good at basketball, but neither here nor there. You know what I mean. If something is in you, it is for you. If you're a pianist, if you like business, whatever that soul urge is, start to listen to that because that's not an accident. Think of it this way. If you have siblings, how different are they? My siblings, I'd be like, who are you? How are we even related? They have gifts, talents, and interests that I'm like, ugh, I don't care about playing music or painting. That's not my gift. My gift and soul's longing is business and to help people reach their potential and take charge of their financial destiny. That soul's calling was there for the longest time. I'm 42. 7 years ago, when I started my show for my media company, I wanted to do this. I wasn't ready. I didn't see it clearly. I kept on stepping. A couple of years ago, I launched a platform, didn't quite get a feel for it. I'm like, oh no, I have good companies. Why am I doing this? The soul's longing wouldn't go away. I'm following it. The Money Boss Collective, the Money Boss Show is here. I'm here to empower people. I'm following my soul's longing. And if you have something inside of you that's saying, do this, don't ignore it. Don't quit your job and pursue it. That's reckless, but don't ignore that. You want to start walking towards that because I believe whether it's going to be monetized or not doesn't matter. We need to do what lights us up on the inside. And that might be a business eventually, or that might be a hobby in parallel to our business, our job, and our family. I digress. I get passionate about this. Let's talk about how to create reality. It's very simple, and there's a framework. We weren't taught it, and this is how we are creating our day, each week, each month, each year. You're doing it. You just don't know. We often show up to work and live the same day over and over. And because it's so repetitive and we get stuck in a rut, we actually start to think that the world is happening to us, but we are happening to the world. Prime example. Let's say you're stuck in a rut and nothing's happening. You're not getting good raises. You're just stale and stuck and starting to get depressed. And I don't recommend doing this, but I'm giving an example. Go to work and punch your boss in the stomach and say, I want a raise. You just affected your reality. Chances are you're going to get fired and not get a raise. So don't do this. But I'm saying, and I'm giving a dramatic result, a dramatic example, because then you can really see that you create your reality. But we don't do that. And we just show up and we expect things to change doing the same thing, right? And it's not quite logical, and we're not taught. We're creating our reality. So the reality creation framework, and then I'm going to loop this around to making 2025 the best year and the start of building your dream life. Your thoughts and beliefs. Step number 1, that is conditioned by your past, as I mentioned. So you right there, you're showing up with thoughts and beliefs based on everything that's happened to today. Could you imagine if you could just clean the slate of your mind and reprogram and then put all the right information in what your life would look like going forward? And I'll give you the example. So thoughts and beliefs. You get a feeling from that. Your feeling makes you take action or not, and then you get results. So I've given the example of fourth generation welfare because it's a great example. Let's say you are fourth generation welfare, which most welfare are multi-generational because that's all you see coming in. You're in welfare. That's all you see around. It comes into your mind through your eyes and your ears, and it conditions your brain on the screen of your mind. Whatever your eyes see and hear and take in and believe is what it creates. So if you're fourth generation welfare, chances are you think that's all your life can be. Because look around, that's all your family's achieved, your siblings, your community. So you're like, oh, well, this is my life. Let's do welfare. That gives you a feeling. That feeling I just said, oh, that's life. Well, this sucks, but this is my lot in life. So I'm just going to continue doing what everybody around me does. And then that's your action. And then you get the same results because we create a reality by showing up every day with our thoughts and beliefs, the feelings, the actions, and the results. But let's say you are fourth generation welfare and Tony Robbins comes in to your house, knocks on the door, and he said, hey, Susie, Bob, I was you. And guess what? My stepfather beat me and he was an alcoholic. I can't remember all the details of Tony Robbins' childhood, but it wasn't great. And his mom, I think, was abusive and maybe like her. Sorry, Tony Robbins. Sure, he's not watching, but needless to say, whoever it is, Tony Robbins knocks and he says, hey, you, I was you. I figured out how to be me. Do you want to improve your life? And then you go, well, yeah, look around. I don't want to be this. And Tony Robbins says, okay, come with me. If you agree to do everything I tell you, you will become rich. So here's the thing. He knows how. He's figured out the thoughts and beliefs and programmed out his poverty, his welfare, his abuse, his upbringing. He programmed that out, not over a day, over a series of days, weeks, months, and years to become the man that he is, that is making a huge impact. Do you think Tony Robbins, on day one of getting the idea that his life could be more, do you think he knew he was going to be Tony Robbins? Probably not. I know he had a burning urge to not be like his parents and his stepdad and everyone he was around. He had that desire to do better for him and his future family. And that's what propelled him to figure it out. So let's say he comes and he grabs you by the shoulder and he takes you and he says, okay, you're my protege. Start reading this book. Now let's talk about your thoughts and beliefs. And he's going to give you new information. This video right here, if this is the first time you're hearing that you create your reality, there's a new thought and belief. You might be like, well, no, that's okay for you, Tracy. Obviously, you were special growing up and Tony was. No, we all just learn this stuff and then follow this process. Okay. So Tony would give you new thoughts and beliefs. And then slowly you'd be like, maybe. And you'd start to doubt your doubt. You wouldn't believe it right away because it doesn't fit the paradigm, the conditioning of how you grew up. 42 years, if Tony knocked on the door and I was in welfare till this day, I wouldn't believe him if he said, I can make you a millionaire. I wouldn't believe him. I'd be excited, but I wouldn't believe him. And then all of a sudden he'd tell me stuff. And then he'd tell me information and different people that have done it. And I'd be like, if they can do it, I'm smart. I can think, I can take action. Maybe I can do this. You doubt your doubts. So then you feel a little different. You act a little different. You get different results. And the thing is, this process is not overnight. It took me 42 years to build the life I have, and I love it. It's my dream life. But if I want to level up and go to the whole next level, that's a whole different person. That's new thoughts, beliefs, feelings, actions, and results. Everybody goes through this to level up. I like taking this framework here and then go like this. It's a spiral. If you're in a job, you're going to start thinking new thoughts and beliefs, and then you'll have a new feeling, and then you'll start getting better at your job, researching things. Then you're going to show up at work a better, more keen person. And it might take a year till your next wage review. And then your boss is like, wow, you really like stepped up. I'm giving you a raise. And then you jump up and then you keep on doing that. and you keep on working on yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all we ever have. This is us. This is our reality creation. We're the CEO of our life, captain of our ship. Nobody comes in and makes us. Tony's not knocking on your door, unfortunately. Nobody is going to make you improve yourself or see the potential. You just need to go, if they've done it, maybe I can do it. And then go, I'm willing to try, because what do I have to lose? If I don't act, I'm going to continue living the same life. And I don't want that. So maybe I should doubt my doubts and start going through the reality creation framework and commit to it, even though it takes a long time, because you're becoming a new person. It takes a long time to change in here, then change out here. The results don't show up in your reality until after it's created in your mind and acted on. And there's a delay, right? Because you're going to become a new person today and be keen, but you got to go through a year till your next wage review. And all those results leading up to that, you're going to change, but you're acting out the life of an old person. So it takes time to step through your old reality into the new you and create new results, right? If you want to build a house, you don't go, new house. No, you go to the architect and you research and you plan, and then you shop for materials. You hire a contractor. You hire several contractors. You research them. You look at the websites and designs, and then you start to work the land and put the base down and then build, and then it slowly comes together. Changing your life and rebuilding your life is like building a new house. It takes time. It's a lagging result. So what's the best way to get new thoughts and beliefs? Well, follow stuff like this. Doubt your doubts. Who are these people? If this person got rich, and making money is a skill, and all skills are learnable, maybe I can do it. So what are you going to do here? Binge watch channels like this. There's a lot of great YouTube channels. Grab some of the classic books in 2025. Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich, which started my life off and has led to everything here at the end of the day, and continued learning and action, of course. But you need new information. So you get new thoughts and beliefs. And then when you start to think and feel differently, you take different actions, you get different results. Literally, you create your life day in, day out. So if you want to build a dream life in 2025, today is the day. What one thing can you do today that will start to build a bigger, brighter future? In the spirit of new year, new me, and setting goals. Don't pick 100 goals, because you diffuse your attention and your focus and your energy. You can only do so many things. Pick one big goal. What do you want to do this year? Maybe it's getting in shape. Maybe it's stopping excessive spending. Maybe it's saving. Maybe it's starting to build an influencer platform online. It's funny, I have this little magnifying glass that my author friend gives out with her book she wrote, and it's a magnifying glass. And this is one of the most brilliant analogies that I've kept in my mind till this day. Two of them. I'll give you two and pick which one you like the best. He who chases many rabbits catches none. Isn't that brilliant? So if you set 10 goals, you're diffusing your energy and you're chasing 10 rabbits, you catch none, because you made no concentrated effort and action on one goal. Magnifying glass. If you take this magnifying glass and put it where the sun is, and then shine it onto grass and hold it there long enough, it'll start a fire, because it's concentrated. And just look at the sun. The sun without the magnifying glass doesn't start fires. Take a magnifying glass and focus your attention. Focus all that sun, all that energy onto one area and don't move it, you're going to light a fire. And this is the perfect analogy for making change in your life. Focus on one big goal for the year or for the quarter and then move on to the next one. But focus on one thing. And then that's when you're going to set your life on fire, not literally, figuratively. If you want to get in shape and that's your most important thing, that's great because the food you eat affects your mindset and clarity and health and energy. And that's one of the basis for being able to chase your dreams, being healthy and not polluting your body and your mind with inflammatory foods. That provides a clarity to start chasing some of your bigger goals. Health is a great place to start. Or just saying no more useless spending. And we're going to talk a lot about sacred money archetypes, free quiz on the website. We're going to talk a lot about personality types and spending and our money strength, our money personalities, and our money shadows as we go through the year. So don't forget to subscribe, take the free quiz, but grab your goal for 2025 or for the 6 months of the year, the first 6 months, and say, I'm going to focus on my health. And then the next 6 months, I'm going to focus on saving. That's the way to make progress. And let's say you want to start a platform. Take a goal out there. You want to have a business that generates money. And then take all the steps you know that you should do. Start your social media accounts, make headers, get a business email, create graphics, start posting, create videos, all of the steps to start creating your platform. And then you build. Take your year, make one big goal for the month, and then I'd say one goal for the week. Most of us, we all work full time. You can't and shouldn't quit your job to launch a side hustle because that math don't math and you're going to go broke. Start in the evening. Set aside a couple hours on a Sunday when you have some free time, or in the evenings when the kids have gone to bed. Set a certain day and certain hours once a week, and then make sure you accomplish your one thing for that week. And here is the thing. When you start to focus and write this out, I've sat down for 2025 and wrote my big goal for the year and then my monthly goal to build that year. And then weekly, I work towards that. That's the way you accomplish your dreams. None of this scattered attention, chasing 10, 20, 30 rabbits like we're used to with our phones, with everything available, all the leisure activities, all the shopping. It's designed to rob us of our time, our focus, our energy, our money, and our vibration. Because when we're scattered, we're tired. When we're overspending, we're stressed. Then we don't feel love. We don't feel happy. And you need a good, strong vibration of positivity. Shut the news off. That's a big one to commit to. Many people could just change their life if they stop the doom scrolling on social media and never watch news again. If it's important enough, you'll learn about it. Trust me. I haven't watched the news since I was about 13. So what is your goal for this year? What do you want to accomplish? I know I've had a few years over the pandemic time that have been interesting, repivoting. I'm refreshed. I'm excited for 2025. I have my goals set and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'd love to hear your goal. And most importantly, I'd love to have you on this journey. If you're not subscribed already, like this video, subscribe. And if you really want to knock it out of the park and become a money boss, go to themoneybosscollective.co, join our newsletter. Once a week, I send the newsletter with the video of the week and more content to come in 2025. But that will ensure that you stay connected to our community with positive content that's designed, here we go again, help you step into your personal power, make more money, build the life of your dreams, because you can do it. I believe in you. And until you believe in yourself, believe in the Believe in my belief in you until you believe in yourself and keep on stepping forward. You can absolutely be, do, have anything that your heart desires. I hope this was helpful. I want to wish you a beautiful, knock it out of the park, lovely, peaceful, whatever your goal is for 2025. I'm wishing you the absolute best of everything and excited to see you back here weekly. See you next time. Bye-bye.